Hello, welcome to MapLibre tutorial number 17. In this video, I'm going to show you how to visualize geospatial data on a 3D globe using LeafMap and MapLibre just with a couple lines code. And in order to follow this tutorial, you need to download the notebook. So the link is in the video description below. You can also go to the LeafMap website and then on the left side, click MapLibre. And first, before I get into the details, I'm going to show you what the final result looks like. So you can click here to go to the maps and then scroll down to find globe control. So there are a couple examples here. These are all created automatically after executing the notebook. So I can open this, the first one, and this is just a 2D base map. So you can see from here. But if you look at the upper right corner here, there's an enable globe. If you click this one, it will turn the map into a globe. And this is all free and open source. You can just use a couple lines code to create this one, and you can zoom in to a particular location. For example, I'm going to zoom into New York, and once you're at a certain zoom level, you're going to see all the 3D buildings, and you can just press Control on your keyboard, then drag your mouse. You're going to see all the 3D buildings with the building height, and this is built on top based on an open free map vector tiles. So it's super nice. This is at the global scale, so you can actually visualize for any location. You're welcome to try out some of the examples. Actually, there are quite a lot of examples here. And so the second one is using a MapLibre. It's also like 3D based map. And we're going to visualize over to a 3D building. So we zoom in. And again, so this one also has the 3D buildings, but the color can be customized. So we're just using, for example, a blue color to render different building heights. And it's very clear. Looks very nice. Again, this is at the 3D globe. So if you zoom out, you will able to see the 3D globe. You can also turn this one to turn this into the web Mercator projection if you want to use just the web Mercator, but it's much more intuitive to just use this one on a 3D globe. And maybe the last example I'm going to show you here is visualizing Google Sensing data. Actually, this is from Google Sensing. So the tile layer is a global land cover 10-meter resolution. So we can drag on top of this one on a 3D globe satellite base map, and you can actually zoom into any location that you like. So here I'm going to zoom somewhere like this, and then you can actually drag and drop. So you can and drag, and then you can see the terrain. So these are all basically very nice. So we have the land cover overlay on top of the 3D terrain. On the right here, you can, on the lower right corner here, you can also see the land cover, the legend. Okay, so I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. Or maybe the last one, I'm going to show you. Maybe how about this one? So this is using global population. So you can also render the map, place the map on top of the 3D globe. You can turn this one on and off. Without this, it will be just a simple base map, but you can drag this on top of this. And again, this only takes you a couple lines code to create. So let me show you how to get to this step by step. So go to the LeafMap website and then scroll down to find on the left side here, globe control. So let's see if you can see here, globe control, and then click this one. It will take you to the notebook. You can either run this one using Google Colab, or you can download this one to your computer. So, and I already have this one on my computer, so I'm just going to use this directly from here. And I'm going to show you step by step how to set it up. You need to install the latest version, LeafMap and also MapLibre. Then you can just import the library using the MapLibre backend. Some of the example requires a MapLibre API key. So if you don't have one, you can just click the link. It will take you to the website, and then you can just get a free API key. And after you come back to here, you can just replace your API key, or you can set it as an environment variable if you don't want to expose on the notebook. So once you have that, then creating a global map is actually pretty simple. So you just use what we have been using. Just set the center zoom level, and you can set the style, basically the base map. The only thing that's different right now is basically add globe control. So this is the one that adds the control to the map. And take a look. If we create the map, and now on the right side here, you will be able to see the globe control. So if you click this button, you will actually turn this one back into a globe. And right now we are using the Liberty, but it comes from Open Free Map vector tile. So, and as I showed you earlier, now you can zoom into this location and you can see the 3D buildings. So this is actually automatic. This is just a base map, but right now we are rendering the base map on a 3D globe rather than a web Mercator projection. Super nice. So this is a simple example. As you can see, by default, it's still the web Mercator projection. But if you want to use the globe projection by default, then when you create a map here, you can just specify projection equal to globe. Then you will just use the globe projection by default. Also, you can add other data layers. And in this example, I'm using the Overture 3D building. So let's see what it looks like. Very similar to what we did earlier in the previous example, but the difference is right now, by default, when you see the map, is using the 3D globe. And similarly, I can zoom into New York City. And so from here, now this is using the 3D buildings that we created using Overture maps. And again, you can customize it. So if you want, you can shift tab on the keyboard here, and then you can specify the color, the value. So basically you can customize what the 3D building will look like if you want to, but try it out and you can use any different color you want. So this is second example. The third example, sorry, I have allergy, so my voice is not at its best right now. Anyway, so this is the example about the using the 3D hybrid. So this one is 3D hybrid means you have the 3D terrain, you have the satellite drag on top of the 3D terrain, and you can actually zoom into anywhere that you like. So I'm going to see here, zoom in, like just like what I showed you at the very beginning. So this is using the 3D terrain data and using the MapLibre API. So, but you can also use your own raster dataset. I'll probably create another example that you can use your local DM or some other high resolution DM as DMS source to visualize data in 3D. So again, look at this 2 lines code. You can create this with a globe projection and also the 3D imagery on top of that. So so those couple examples are using the just the base map, but sometimes you might want to create some cross-place maps that using your own data. So in this example, we're going to create a map and then we're going to use the JSON data from here. Going to show you the mean age of women at first marriage in 2019. So that means what's the average age that women get married in European countries. So from here, you can see the data layer. So this is how you can add the data layer to the map. And also you can actually add the data layer, the label on top of the data layer. And so let's see what it looks like. So by default, it's going to be just a 3D map like this, 3D globe. And for the color, it represents women first marriage. So basically the darker color means people get married at an older age. Lighter color means it's younger. So for example, in Ukraine, people maybe women get married at the earlier, and some other countries, for example here, these all get married relatively later. And this is just some example. Again, you can see actually this is all 3D. If you don't like it, you can actually turn it off. So right now, if you can use the web Mercator projection, it looks like this. So if you click, you'll be able to see it looks good as well, but the globe projection is particularly useful if you're trying to visualize data at like broad scale, for example, national, global, or continental scale. Then it's going to show much better than on a distorted web Mercator projection, especially if you make big things near the high latitude, for example, the polar regions. Then this is something you might want to use because it's much less distorted. Okay, so the next example, I'll show you using population data. So this is a country GeoJSON, and inside it has a column called POPEXT, basically the population estimating. We can just use the data function to add the data to the map, and you can have some other parameters you can customize. So I'm just going to show you the result, what it looks like. So this should be showing you population distribution around the globe. And on the left side here, you can click this button to turn the layer on and off. So if it is turned on, then this is the population. On the right corner here, you should be able to see the legend showing you the color. So if you look at this one here, this is the population different population quantity. So clearly you can see China and India, they have the largest population. So the height is much higher than other countries. And so again, very intuitive. We can put it into a global marketer. You will see countries are very distorted, especially Canada, Russia. So sometimes if you want, you can actually change it to globe projection. So in this way, it's less distorted. It looks much more realistic compared to the web marketer. So this is how we can actually visualize vector data on top of the 3D globe. The last example I want to show you is using Google Sensing data. So you can pull any data layer from Google Sensing using the add EE layer function, and then you can add the legend. For example, we are using the ESA global link cover 10-meter resolution. Lower right corner here, you should be able to see the legend, and we also going to add over to 3D buildings and the layer control. So the layer control is this one. If I turn the layer on, you will see the link cover, and beneath is just the satellite based map layer, and we also have the buildings. But if you want to see the buildings, you need to zoom in. So I'm going to zoom into New York as well. And so once you're at a certain zoom level, it's going to show all the buildings. All you need to do is just press Control on your keyboard and then drag it the map. Now you'll be able to see the 3D buildings on top of the link cover data. If you hover your mouse on some of the buildings, they should have the height. So the height information comes from the over-tour buildings. And this is how we can use these like this to actually render land in 3D. Again, this data all at the global scale, so you can actually try out for any location that you like. And certainly, the performance is not super smooth yet. This is just the new features that MapLibre just added to the JS libraries, and then also the Python bindings has updated to utilize the latest version, and then they may basically build on top of the Python package to provide better and easier functionality for you to create a 3D globe. So basically all you need is just projection equal to globe, then you create the 3D global map. And so the one is on the right here, so you can turn the layer on and off to turn the globe, or switch between the globe projection or the web marketer. All right, so that's all for this tutorial. I hope you find it useful, and this is something that not easy you can do with other packages. And so you can use Mapbox or MapLibre, but MapLibre is open source, so I highly recommend that if you want to create some nice looking maps using the 3D globe, then this might be an easy way to do. Okay, and that's all for this tutorial. I will see you in the next one.